Hey everybody, it's Maddy here. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can crochet this cute little flower coaster. You can make these in so many different colors and these are just so cute. It's adorable. And I can't decide if I like the blue or the purple one better. Anyway, let's begin making this. Okay, to begin making our flower coaster, I'm beginning with our yellow yarn and I'm going to start off with a magic ring. And if you don't know how to make a magic ring, I'll quickly show you right now, but if you have trouble making the magic ring, I have a more detailed tutorial. It'll be in the description if you want to watch that. To make the magic ring, you're going to take the yarn that's in your hand, and you're going to hold the tail with your left hand, and then you're going to wrap that around your finger, like this, till you get an X. And then I'm going to hold this yarn right here with my pinky. I'm going to grab my hook, stick it underneath that first strand of yarn right here, and then we're going to grab this strand right here and we're going to pull it up and twist your hook up like this, and then you're going to yarn over here and pull that through and then slide it off your fingers and you have your magic ring. So in our magic ring we're going to do 6 single crochets. So to do a single crochet, you're going to take your hook, you're going to insert it through your magic ring, you're going to yarn over and pull out a loop. So then you should have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And that is going to be your single crochet. I'll go ahead and show you again. So insert your hook through your magic ring, yarn over and pull up a loop, then you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Just like that. So now we have 2 single crochets. We want a total of 6 single crochets in our magic ring. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you have the 6 single crochets, you can then go ahead and tighten your magic ring, and to do that all you need to do is just pull on that tail and it will tighten up that magic ring just like this. Make sure it's nice and tight and you should have something that looks like this. You're going to need a stitch marker before we begin on our next round, and I always use just like a different piece of yarn as my stitch marker, but you can buy like the actual stitch markers and use those if you have them, but I'm going to show you how I use a little piece of yarn as my stitch marker. So here we have, as you can see, we got the stitch right here and then our long piece of yarn, and I always like to make sure that that's out of the way before I place it right here like this, and I just kind of like fold it right next to the last stitch that we made. And that is going to mark where the end of our row will begin, because the first few rounds we're going to be working continuously, and so you do need a stitch marker. This is what your stitch marker should look like. For round 2, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in each of the stitches all the way around, and we should be left with a stitch count of 12. So in our first single crochet, which is right here, we're going to go ahead and do 2 single crochets in there. So you're just going to insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. So then you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops, and then we're going to do another single crochet in that same stitch just like that, and then in the next stitch we'll do the same thing. Insert your hook, do your single crochet, and then we're going to do another single crochet in that same stitch just like that, and then we're just going to repeat that so we make it to the end of the round. So in this stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we'll move on to the next stitch, 1 and 2. Okay, I've made it to the end of round 2, and I know I made it to the end because we have our stitch marker right here in this stitch right here, and that stitch is where we're going to stop, so like right before it, as you can see right here. And now we can go ahead and remove our stitch marker and place it at the beginning of our next round. Again, making sure that our long piece of yarn was out of the way when we place it on there. Just like that, make sure it's nice and folded. And for this next round, we're going to be doing 2 single crochets in one stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next. And that is the pattern that we're going to repeat all the way around. So in this first stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochets. Here's 1 and 2. In this next one, we'll do 1 single crochet, and then the next one, we'll do 2. And we're just going to continue that same pattern all the way around. So after we do 2, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next, and then we'll do 2 single crochets in the next. Again, just repeat that to make it to the end of the round. Okay, I've made it to the end of round 3, and you should have a stitch count of 18 all the way around at this point. From here, you go ahead and remove your stitch marker and place it at the beginning of our next round, making sure that the string is out of the way. And we place it on there, right next to the last stitch that we made. And for this round, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet. So I'll go ahead and show you what we're going to do. In this first stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochets. There's 1 and 2. In this next one, we're just going to do 1 single crochet. In the next one, we're also going to do 1, and then we're going to repeat that pattern. So in this next stitch, we'll go ahead and do 2 single crochets. And anytime we do 2 single crochets in one stitch, that's also called an increase. So what we just did right there was an increase, since there was 2 single crochets in that stitch. In this next stitch, we'll do 1 single crochet, and also in the next stitch, we'll do 1 single crochet. And then we'll do an increase, or 2 single crochets in the next one. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this pattern to make it to the end of this round. Okay, I've made it to the end of the round. We can go ahead and remove our stitch marker and place it at the beginning of our next round. And at this point, your stitch count should be 24. For this next round, we're going to be doing an increase, which is the 2 single crochets, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So in this first stitch, we're going to do an increase, which is 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. In the next 3 stitches, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each of those 3 stitches. And then we're going to do another increase. 1 and 2. In the next 3 stitches, again, we're just going to do 1 single crochet in those. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do an increase. And we're going to go ahead and continue this pattern until we make it to the end of this round. Okay, I've made it to the end of the round. We can go ahead and remove our stitch marker. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and fasten off this circle part of our flower. But before we do that, we're just going to slip stitch into this next stitch right here. And to do a slip stitch, you're just going to insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over, and pull up a loop. So then you should have 2 loops on your hook. And then you're going to put this loop in through here, just like that. And then from here, you can go ahead and cut your yarn. And then just pull your hook through and go ahead and tighten that. So now we have the center of our flower. We're gonna go ahead and get our second color out, and we're gonna attach it to our yellow center of our flower. So with our hook, we're going to place it in any one of the stitches. It does not matter which one it is, just one of them. And then you're gonna take your yarn and we're going to pull that through the stitch like this. So now that piece of yarn is just through that stitch, and we're just going to go ahead and tie a knot just like that. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then from here, we're going to stick our hook through the same stitch that we tied our new color yarn on. So in that same stitch, just insert your hook, and then we're just going to yarn over and pull up a loop, and then go ahead and chain 1. So now we have our new color attached to our circle. So for this first round of purple, we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches all the way around. And to do a half double crochet, we're just going to yarn over, then insert a hook through this next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So then you should have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. And that is going to be your half double crochet. So we'll do another half double crochet in the next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So then you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. I'll go ahead and show you again. Just like that. And we're just going to continue this all the way around until we make it to the end of this round. Okay, we've made it to the end of our first purple round. And now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into this first chain that we made when we attached our purple yarn to the center of the flower. You're just going to insert your hook through that chain, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. Just like that. And then from here, we're just going to go ahead and chain 1. And then we're going to do a slip stitch back into that same chain that we had already slip stitched into. So just going back in that same stitch, we're just going to do is another slip stitch, just like that. And then in this next stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet, just like that. In this next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert our hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So there's our half double crochet. And then in the next stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 double crochets in that same stitch. So to do a double crochet, we're just going to yarn over, insert our hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So then you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. So that's going to be your double crochet. We're going to need to do 5 in that stitch. So there's our first one, yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. There's our second double crochet, our third, fourth, and fifth. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. In the next stitch, we'll do a single crochet. And then in this next stitch, we'll do a slip stitch, just like that. And as you can see, this will be like the beginning part of one of our petals for our flower. And then from here, we're going to make another petal by repeating all these stitches that we did here. So after our slip stitch, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do a half double crochet. And then we'll do the 5 double crochets. After the 5 double crochets, we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch, then a single crochet, and then a slip stitch into that next stitch. Just like that, go ahead and continue this pattern all the way around, and you should have a total of exactly 5 petals. Okay, you've made it to the end of the round. As you can see, I got my 5 petals here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do a slip stitch inside that slip stitch that we did. So just insert your hook through like kind of like just like that next stitch and do a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 1 and slip stitch back into that same place where we just did the slip stitch. Just like that. In the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and we're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each of those, just like this. And then in this next stitch, we're going to do 3 half double crochets in the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next 3 stitches, we're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each of those. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And then the next one, we're going to do a slip stitch. And that is the pattern that we're going to use on each of all of our petals. I'll go ahead and show you how to do another petal. So right after we did the slip stitch, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Just 1 half double crochet in each of those. And then we're going to do 3 half double crochets in that 1 stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next 3 stitches, we're just going to do 1 half double crochet in each of those. Just like that. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a slip stitch in that next stitch. And then you're just going to repeat that till you've done all 5 of your petals. Okay, I just made it to the end of the round. I just finished all of those 5 petals, and the last thing I did was the slip stitch. So from here, we're going to slip stitch into this next stitch, chain 1, and then slip stitch back into that same place where we did the first slip stitch, just like that. And now in this next stitch we're going to do a single crochet, and then also in the next stitch we'll do another single crochet. In the next stitch we'll do a half double crochet, and then the next stitch we'll have 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2. This next stitch will have 1 half double crochet, and then that next stitch will have 2 half double crochets. The next one will have 1 half double crochet, and then the next stitch will have 2 half double crochets. And then we'll do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, single crochet and a single crochet, and then we'll slip stitch into this next stitch down here. I know that was a lot because it is a lot. We're going to repeat that pattern all the way around on each of the petals, but I'll go through what all stitches we did to finish this petal. So you start off with 1 single crochet in 2 of the first stitches, and then the next one is a half double crochet. Then the next one is 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and a slip stitch. That was a lot. I'm going to have it written down on the screen so that way you can see it and you can pause the video as you finish the rest of the petals. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these, and I'll come back and we can finish off the flower. Okay, I just finished the last petal, and the last thing I did was just the slip stitch. And now from here, we can go ahead and cut our yarn and then just pull our hook through and go ahead and tighten that. So now we have our finished coaster. All we need to do now is just sew in the rest of all these loose ends, and then you'll have your finished coaster. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew in the ends right now. All right, and there you have it. That's how you make your little flowered coaster. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I think these are just so cute. I love them. And I can't wait to make more of these. I'm gonna make them in so many different colors. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give this video a like and comment down below what color you're gonna make your coaster with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!